Boxing Talk 100, this your boy K Smooth, man. Hey, man, I was telling y'all with Gervonta, Tank Davis, and Roach what was going on. Nobody ain't trying to hear me. Now y'all see that they trying to push for the rematch. That's what Gervonta is telling Roach. After he said that Tank is scared to fight for the rematch and all that. But y'all gotta remember, Tank been beating the shit out of Lamont Roach ever since the amateurs. And that draw, Tank really wanted to keep it a draw just so, you know, they can be cool in that Baltimore, Maryland, you know, area. Washington, D.C. area. You know what I'm saying? The DMV. You know, Tank sees Lamont Roach as a good friend, you know what I'm saying? Didn't want to punish him. But y'all gonna make Tank, you know what I'm saying, beat the shit out of Roach. Tank is, hey, Tank gonna beat the shit out of Roach, man. I'm trying to tell you in this rematch if it happens. He tried to give Lamont Roach, you know what I'm saying, hey, easy, you know what I'm saying, walk away in his life of boxing. But no, Lamont making it very interesting for Gervonta, and Gervonta, he gonna leave Gervonta no choice but to KO his ass in that rematch. I've been trying to tell y'all, man. The fight that y'all seen from last Saturday was pretty much staged, you know, for it to be a draw. Tank didn't want to be, you know, Lamont Roach, but you best believe Lamont Roach was trying to upset Tank. But y'all gotta understand, Tank is the face of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Them people ain't gonna let that shit. They gonna call it a draw, or give the win to Tank if anything, instead of giving that win to Lamont Roach. Boxing Talk 100, man. Y'all gotta know what's going on, man. Now it ain't gonna be no friendly shit. You know what I'm saying? Now Tank gonna really spank him. This is what Lamont Roach wanted. You know what I'm saying? This is what he want. So y'all gonna see a whole different Tank in that rematch, and don't be surprised if he TKO stop Lamont Roach. Not a KO, TKO. Refs gonna stop it. They gonna stop it. That's how much love he got for the Roach family, man, for the dad and the mom in that, you know, in that area. From, you know, they surround the area in the DMV, Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., that's all the area. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta understand, man. Y'all just thinking that Tank lost, man. Y'all gotta see, y'all gotta understand. Y'all not getting it. Y'all not understand, y'all not seeing, you know, the shit, you know what I'm saying? What's really going on. Gervonta Tank Davis is highly favored in boxing. They not gonna give him no L's no time soon. You know what I'm saying? Especially when a motherfucker like Tank is beefing with Terrence Crawford, that's a champion. You know what I'm saying? You got Shakur Stevenson that want to fight him. He already ran through Frank Martin. You know what I'm saying? There's a possible Lomachenko. There's a possible Devin Haney. Teofimo. A possible Ron Garcia rematch. He already destroyed Rolly. So what are we talking about with Gervonta Tank Davis, man? Like, really, what we talking about? You know, yeah, man, Tank best interest is to try to run, you know what I'm saying, 135-pound division and try to make these fights, you know what I'm saying, these championship fights at 135. Even though he can't compete at 140, man, it's like, you know, Tank is small. Y'all see Lamont Roach, even Lamont Roach saying that if he can't compete at like 135, he'll go back down and try to be champion at 130. Lamont is huge to compare when you seen him to Gervonta. He looked it bigger than Gervonta. So that's telling you they both small, you know what I'm saying? They both small. 140 would be too big for Gervonta, you know what I'm saying? And you know, he's so good and talented. You know, he got a lot of fighters like Jake Paul and, you know, fighters that want to beat him up because, you know, he's so cocky and good with his hands, you know what I'm saying? And and one thing about Gervonta, he gonna bag that shit up in shit talking. So, you know, Tank got enemies in the sport of boxing, man. I'm trying to tell you. You know? I liked it. Don't get me wrong, man. The match was interesting, man. I say it like this, man. It was interesting for Baltimore and Washington, D.C. Like I said, DMV, you know what I'm saying, for the people that's from that area. that state. You know what I'm saying? You know, that was supposed to be a showcasing for, you know, for those two, you know, taking it back home, fighting pretty much home. New York area, Baltimore, Maryland, you know what I'm saying? Washington, D.C., all that, the DMV, all that surrounding area, you know what I'm saying? And you know what's crazy about it, you know, with Gervonta, a lot of people don't even feel like he's from New York. Like Barlanga. Barlanga suggests that, you know, Roach is a real, you know, stamp from them grounds, and Gervonta ain't from them parts over there. You know? So they don't respect Berlanga, don't respect the shit that, you know, Gervonta Tank, you know, Davis do. But Berlanga, you better be careful. Don't try to move down the weight and try to go, you know, meet Gervonta Davis in the middle. He gonna knock your head off. Keep doing what you doing, Berlanga, and stay at, you know, around cruiserweight. Try to make your way up to, you know, a David Benavidez fight. You know what I'm saying? Leave Gervonta Davis alone, man. He too small. You know, that's just you know, a message to, you know, Edgar Berlanga, man. You leave Gervonta Davis alone, man. Worry about that Canelo rematch, or try to go fight David Benavidez or Demetrius Andrade or Caleb Plant, or, you know, these good fighters that's around your weight. You know what I'm saying? Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga's a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? His first loss against, you know, Canelo was a great one. His first loss against Canelo was a great one. You know, but it made him better, you know, Berlanga. You know what I'm saying? You could see that, you know, he's working on, you know, that loss, you know what I'm saying, sharpening up his game, and then, you know, eventually, you know, try to fight, you know, McCumbee, you know what I'm saying, or Caleb Plant, or David Benavidez, or, you know, these fighters that got names in the boxing, you know, at that division, close to, you know, cruiserweight going into 175. 160, Barlanga, you know, you know, he could compete at, you know, right there too. You know what I'm saying? 160, you know what I'm saying? That's a good weight. 160 to 168, and trying to move up, you know what I'm saying, to go fight these fighters like Bivol and, you know, Demetrius, Bitter Beef and Bivol and all them, you know what I'm saying? Fight these type of caliber champions. These guys that's, you know, well, especially Bivol, he's champion now, undisputed champion, but he got a lot of, you know, a lot of shit in store for him as well, you know. But I think Canelo, when Bivol fought Canelo in that fight and Bivol beat Canelo, I don't think Canelo was at his best. I seen better Canelos, you know what I'm saying? I think if that rematch was to happen, I think Canelo would beat him. You know, Canelo good, man. I'm telling you, only 2 losses, you know what I'm saying, Bivol and Mayweather, you know what I'm saying, in his career. But don't sleep on Canelo, man, you know what I'm saying? Canelo is a bad boy. hmm Canelo is good, man. Crawford is good, you know what I'm saying? They got to make that fight happen, you know? I wouldn't say Crawford is barking up a tree, but like I said, you know, Crawford, he want to be able to, you know, take his talents and showcase him, you know, moving up to fight a good Canelo. Canelo gonna bring that shit, you know what I'm saying? I think with power punches, he gonna be a little bit more heavy on the power punches. They gonna even out on everything else, jabs, counter punches, left, rights, you know what I'm saying? Left, right hooks, and, you know, you know, all that shit. Left hooks, you know what I'm saying? Right jabs, left jab. They just both, you know, coordinate in both, you know, right and left. You know what I'm saying? You know, so they both got hands. You know what I'm saying? Canelo, a lot of people got to understand. Canelo gonna stand in front of you, and he also gonna box and he gonna fight. You know, there ain't no slacking in Canelo when it comes to this boxing shit. Even with Bud, you know what I'm saying? Bud is a great fighter, but he can't make no mistakes with Canelo, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, your counter punching abilities against other past fighters was incredible. But when it comes to Canelo, he also got the great counter abilities. You know, BoxingTalk 100. And great accuracy, you know what I'm saying? Great accuracy, you know, within Canelo to be able to, you know, hit the opponent. Bullseye, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with Crawford, you know what I'm saying? Crawford, we don't see him with him too. His skills is phenomenal. Great, both guys got phenomenal boxing skills. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got to be able to see what happens. I just think it'll be, you know, closer than what a lot of people really think. You know what I'm saying, with Canelo and Bud. It's going to be close. I don't see no... It's going to be close, man. It's going to be real close. A great, great chess boxing match for the ages. And possible fight of the year. You know what I'm saying? That's how special this fight could get. But yeah, Bud good on short uppercuts, you know what I'm saying? Other than coming all the way with a full uppercut, you know what I'm saying? Bud is great on accuracy, you know, punches and being able to catch and land. You know, it's about it goes both ways, man. If Canelo go on the inside and do his work, he gonna eat up, you know, Bud. He gonna tear Bud up in the inside, you know what I'm saying? Just along with the jab and body punches, left and right. You know what I'm saying? Great when it comes to IQ at the body punches, Canelo. Now, when it comes to Bud, when they standing in the middle and boxing and moving in a circle, I got Bud on that. Bud could probably outland and do his work, you know what I'm saying, if he stay in the middle of Canelo and do what he got to do. But if you go on there and try to do that inside shit with Canelo, he gonna start doing hook shots on your ass and uppercuts. Stay away from the inside on Canelo. I'm trying to tell you, Bud. I'm trying to tell you. I know this boxing shit. I know the styles. I know both of y'all styles. I'm trying to tell you, Bud. BoxingTalk 100. But Bud, he's so gifted, he can compete with these heavyweights as well. We know it. We don't heard stories in training, and I'm pretty sure the same thing with Canelo as well, being able to go on there and trade with these, you know, these heavy hitters, you know, these heavyweights. And of course with, you know, Bud, he gonna need that. All the power he gonna need against Canelo. So you better be training with some heavyweights to be able to train against Canelo. Go ahead. Canelo, man, he's a patient boxer. And one thing about Canelo, man, his training and everything that he do, he perfects that shit. Same thing with Bud. These is two of the most entertaining guys that could keep up with their weights and being able to go through training and love what they do in the sport of boxing. No days off when it comes to Canelo and Crawford. Being able to perfect and, you know, their skills and sharpen up the game. 100%. So we gotta see it, man. We gotta see how this fight how it's gonna play out, man. I'm destined to. I can't wait for it, man. You know, it's gonna be one for the ages. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Just be quiet. Get what you're gonna get and just be quiet about it. You already know. Yeah, but yeah, back to it, man. Canelo and Crawford, man. It's gotta happen, man. It's gotta happen. Both gifted, you know what I'm saying, and both gifted with them hands. You know, so comment at the bottom and let me know who y'all think gonna win, you know what I'm saying? I made plenty of videos about it, man. You know, it's gonna be a great one. It's gonna be a good one. And of course, y'all gotta remember, if Bud is a challenger and he's willing to step up to Canelo, Canelo gonna be defending those titles. So That's another advantage for Canelo. Bug gonna know that. You got, boy. You gonna have to be on top of your game with the best training camp possible. There's levels to the shit, bud. And I'm not saying that you ain't a great fighter. You know it's levels to the shit. You know, but comment at the bottom, man, and let me know who y'all think gonna win that fight if it does happen. Terrence Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. All right, man, let's get back to it. You know, Shakur. I think I've been saying this and I've been saying this, man. I think before Shakur steps up to Tank, because of course, you know, we got to be able to see an upset. People, you know, they can't wait to be able to see Tank versus Shakur, but that's not gonna happen. Shakur got to still do a little bit more work before he can step up to Tank. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fighters that Tank has, you know, fought in championship mode, you know, Shakur hasn't done that yet. You know what I'm saying? You know, in the names, you know what I'm saying? You can give. I could give Tank Mario Barrios. I can give Tank. He just fought Roach, Leo Santa Cruz, Frank Martin. Like, come on, man. Them some good names that Shakur got to be able to fight. You know? So, we got to be able to keep it real, man. Shakur got to be able to step to some of these, you know, some of these fighters with names, man. Cambosos, you can go and fight at Cambosos. You know, you can go and fight some of them fighters that Gervonta Tank beat. Mario Barrios. I mean, Mario Barrios at 47. Now he don't got bigger, but I'm just saying the names that Tank got on his resume is better than Shakur's. That's what I'm saying. You know, his resume is a little bit better than Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Tank just got that money. He a cash cow. To be able to beat somebody like Tank, you know, and Shakur knows that, you know, you gonna really be up there. But Tank is up there. Shakur is like in the middle, still chasing these guys. Even like Cambosos and all these, like I told you, like all these guys. You know, who got a belt? Who got the belts at 135 now? Gervonta, Keyshawn, of course Shakur, and now to be Lomachenko. So pretty much a lot of these guys has been undisputed. They don't got nothing to prove against Shakur. Shakur, if he's smart, like I told, he's so fucking stuck to where nobody want to fight him. You better go and fight Keyshawn Davis. That's where it's a held up at. You know what I'm saying? And Shakur don't realize that shit. Well, you know, the held up in boxing. You know, for unification fights. Both of y'all got a title, you know, at 135 and don't want to fucking fight. It don't make no sense to me. That's why the division is held up at 135. That's why Lomachenko don't want to fight Shakur. Or, you know, I'm pretty sure maybe he would fight Keyshawn Davis. That'd probably be an interesting fight. Keyshawn Davis versus Lomachenko. Lomachenko would probably give him that opportunity to be able to fight instead of Shakur. You see what I'm saying? Shakur don't look. Shakur, a lot of these guys in boxing don't pass him up. Let's just keep it real. Shakur still getting the bag. Still gifted at boxing. Probably one of the most skilled, sharpest boxers, you know, in the game. But you lack power when it comes to all that shit that you're gifted with. When you face a guy like Gervonta Tank Davis that's also skilled in boxing and that has the same amount of, you know, y'all even on all platforms. Gervonta Davis just got a little bit more power than you, Shakur. That's where the problem is at. He gonna knock your ass out or a TKO. Y'all see what he did to Frank? And I don't think Shakur can beat Frank. That's a test fight for Shakur. Every fight from here on out is a test fight for Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying, Shakur? Every fight from here on out is a test fight. Some of these guys feel like they don't want to fight you because they can beat you. It ain't that they scared. I don't think any of these guys are scared to fight Shakur Stevenson. They don't already on prove being undisputed and getting the bag. What we talking about? And nigga, you want to start with Gervonta? You want to go all the way skipping these guys that Gervonta done fought and that's been champion all the way to go to Gervonta. Shakir Stephen, you want to just and then just to Gervonta. That's what I be talking about. That's that goofy shit. That's what's gonna get your ass knocked out. And Tank he trying to show love to a lot of these niggas, but they don't appreciate it. Lamont